I think it's a good time to start off. Thank you so much for everyone for being here. Thank you so much for being patient with a little bit of a delay just as we wait for everyone to kind of get in. This is the Training Tuesdays brought to you by our personal team, Leo and I's team, Global Prosperity. We are part of Wake Up Now. We are part of 3D Empire, but we are not limited to that because these tips will really help you grow your network marketing business. And we are so passionate about it because it's helping us so much. And we see the void that people are kind of almost searching for different ways, different better ways for them to grow their business. And we thought, what's the best way we can reach out to our fellow Canadians, reach out to our fellow network marketers, and that's simple as sharing it, putting it out there. So thank you guys for being here. A little housekeeping, a little updates before I give it off to Leo, because trust me, this is a lot of important stuff that we're going to be dealing with in today's episode, but I feel like Leo can explain much further, so I'm going to just kind of do a little housekeeping, do a little updates, and then I'm going to give it off to Leo. So speaking of updates, we are 2 days, guys, 2 days away from the first huge Canadian event, first huge Canadian Wake Up Now event. I am so excited. I cannot wait. I'm rounding up a few of my local members and prospects and heading down there on Thursday to Scarborough, and I can't be more excited. It's going to be huge for publicity, for validation, for social sharing and marketing. It's going to be crazy, guys. I really hope if you guys haven't registered yet, hopefully you can still register. I haven't checked because everyone's kind of on board already. But if you can still come out, definitely get on that event page, sign up your guests for free. Sign up yourself if you're an IBO for $15, which is a tax write-off. So guys, really no excuse to come out on Scarborough on Thursday at 7 o'clock at the Delta Hotel near Kennedy and 401. So it's going to be so huge, guys, so crucial, because a lot of us have been almost funneling all of our prospects into this one event. A lot of the other events are huge, but this is the first huge one for Canada, and it's only going to get bigger from here, guys. The president's coming down, our liaisons are coming down, for all of our Canadian liaisons. All the top leaders in Canada mostly will be there, including Leo and I. So we hope to meet you guys there. We hope that you guys have been watching these videos and really kind of finding that common ground and connecting with us through that. But honestly, what you see is what you get. And when you guys are going to be there, don't hesitate or don't be shy to just come up and talk to us, or even touch my beard or go through my beard. I know you guys know it. So see, Leo's laughing because it's funny, because him and I are coming up with great ideas all the time, and he just decides to go through my beard as we're talking. But enough goofing around, guys. Thank you so much for being here. The little update was just getting everyone pumped and excited for Thursday's event, because it's gonna be huge. We don't have to do anything, because as soon as we bring our prospects into this environment, they're gonna wake up instantly. As soon as they walk into those doors, they see what's going on, they see how real it is, they see how big it is. They're gonna wake up. We don't even need to share anything, guys. So I'm so pumped. I cannot wait. But with that being said, guys, growing our business, coming back to growing our business and different ways to grow our business, I kind of just want to give it back to Leo, because he definitely has something very strong to share, very important to share. So Leo, kick it off.
Oh, wow. I always love it when you start things off on these calls, or even when we're just talking privately on the phone, because you always get me motivated and get me hyped. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty self-motivated, but like, I listen to your voice and I'm like, holy crap, like what's driving this guy right now? Like, what's making him so damn excited? Guys, we're here tonight. It kind of sucks we don't have a lot of people on the call, but you know what? The people that are here every week, you're the people that are going to get the most benefit from this. Eventually, we're going to start sharing this a little bit more, and you know what? I'm not going to be sharing some of the secrets and tips that I am tonight, so you're going to want to stick around for the rest of this call, because if you don't, you're going to miss out on a lot of different techniques and different tips. Throughout the week, I browse, I look at our Facebook page, whether it be Global Prosperity or, whether it's 3Ds, or I just keep up to date. I'm kind of like that silent guy in the background, but I know what I'm doing. I like to watch. I like to watch to see what everybody's doing. And there seems to be like a lot of common mistakes some of the top mistakes that I see a lot of us doing. And it's not because, we're bad or we're trying to make these mistakes. I just see little things that people are doing that are hurting them, and they don't even know that it's hurting them, right? So like one of the things I'm going to start talking about right now, you know what? A few times I've sat here and I'm like, you know what? We're going to get to the meat and potatoes. I'm going to start talking about the secrets. The secrets that Max and I are doing right now to be able to sponsor in so many different people. Like I said before, I'm kind of like that silent ninja. Nobody really knows what's going on with me. But hey, does that sound? Kind of smells like popcorn around here. That's weird. I'm not even making popcorn, but it kind of smells like popcorn around here.
It's your neighbors that are tuning into the show right now.
I guess so. I guess people are getting excited about it. They're starting to get popcorn. They're getting ready to learn, listen, and grow, right? So one of the things that I want to talk to everybody about today specifically is I'm looking at people. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give a shout out to Robert right now. I'm going to give a shout out to Robert because I've been pretty impressed with him. We had the secret webinar meeting, I guess about a week ago now. It was our first meeting. We said, we're going to teach some of the secrets, some of the tips and tricks that we've been doing, and even prior to that, when we've been doing just calls, not even like these live videos, but we've been doing calls, and this guy has consistently showed up, and he's been applying some of the actions that we've been talking about. Now, I don't know if Robert's been getting any results real quick. I'm sure he has. He works real hard, but there's a lot of people that ask me these questions like, Leo, I'm sitting there and I'm working like 4 hours a day, 5 hours a day, 6 hours a day. I'm not seeing any results. I'm watching the videos. I'm watching your YouTube videos, and I'm trying to learn and I'm trying to train, but I can't seem to do it. Guys, you can't get stuck in training mode. You know what I mean? You need to take action. And one of the things that Robert did so well the other week was we said one of the things that you're going to have to do is start taking massive action. You're going to have to start applying it. If you're good or if you're bad at something, it doesn't matter, because the more you do it, the better you're going to get. Right? So us doing these videos, we didn't really know what we were going to do right off the hop, but we knew we had a vision. We knew what we were going to do and how. Not how, but we knew that we were just going to follow through. Right? It doesn't really matter the how. We just, by taking action, we start to complete. Now, this is one of the most important things in what our line of work is, because it is work, but it's fun, right? Like at the end of the day, we're having fun with this because we're creating and building our own business. Now, this is the fun stuff. One of the things that is so crucial to you and so important about yourself and your personality is you need to be authentic to yourself, because people relate to you. If you're somebody that stutters, if you're somebody who's butt ugly like myself, right? Like if you're somebody that's tall and lanky, or if you're a complete bodybuilder, if you're somebody who likes witchcraft, it doesn't really matter, right? It doesn't matter what you like or what you do, but when you start acting like something that you're not, people cannot relate to that. Let me say that one more time. When you start acting like something you're not, right? People cannot relate to you. They can tell that you're not being authentic. They can tell that you're not being you. So I'll give you an example about me. I'm somebody who's very motivated, and I'm not saying anybody else isn't, but I listen to motivational stuff all the time. I live it, I breathe it. I've been through certain experiences in my life that have literally changed my mindset on how I act. So when I speak in video and I start talking about, I've said this a few times, and a few of you have heard my story before. When I tried to climb a mountain, basically, I was sitting there lying on my back, and one of the things that hit me the most, it was literally like life hit me. I was laying there on the side of the mountain on my back, and the only thing that I could think about was, if life knocks you down, try and land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. Right? And there's certain things that I say and that I do when I speak, when I talk in my videos, that's authentic to me, right? So when I see people doing videos and they're trying to be, motivational, or they're trying to, just come across and talk about things, one of the things that you're going to do in your videos is you're going to try and provide value to whoever you're talking to. I'm going to say that one more time. Your main purpose in your video is to try and provide value to the people that you're talking to, whoever your target market might be, or your target audience. One of the best places for you to start when you're first starting out is target somebody like yourself, right? You don't need to connect with every single person in the world. Connect with the people like you, right? But that brings me back to my first point. If you're not being you and you're trying to be something else in a video because you've seen somebody else talk like that and it's worked for them, it's worked for them because they've been themselves, and enough people have connected with them because of the way that they speak. You know what I mean? Like, just be be you. Be you on video. If you're quirky, if you're weird, if you're eccentric, if you're the type of person, I'm going to use Robert as an example because he's awesome when he gets in on the Wake Up Now calls. It's like he just comes in and he's like, holla, and he's happy. He's funny about it, right? Like that's his personality. So be the best you can be, and you're going to start noticing you're connecting with other people like you. Now, I'm going to kind of lay down some things like for when you're doing videos. This was one of the secrets that I was going to kind of show. But like when you're doing your videos, do you guys remember just a little while ago when I was like, hey, it kind of smells like popcorn? That's something that breaks attention. It causes you to now focus on what I'm doing. So when you start a video, when you're doing a video, I'm not saying you have to use that example exactly, but when you're doing a video, the first thing when someone clicks on your link, if it's a YouTube link or a Facebook link, when they click on it, if it's like everything else and you just start talking, it's going to be boring to them. You didn't break state. You didn't capture their attention. Like for me, I could sit there and be like, oh, I'm starting a video. I'm like, just kind of messing around, looking at something. But people are now focused to look at this, right? They have no clue what this weird guy on video is doing. So break state. One of the first things you're going to do on your video is try and break state. Now, don't do it in a way that is going to be, how do I want to say it? I mean, it's okay to be weird, but don't act like it's being forced, kind of like I was just doing right there. People are just going to be like, this guy's like, he's nuts, right? So one of the things you're going to try and do is break state when you're actually talking in your videos. Now, I talked about value. When you're doing a video, the whole purpose of the video or the presentation or however you decide to, I guess, market, we'll call it market to people, right? You need to understand that if you're not providing value to somebody and you're always just promoting and you're promoting and you're promoting and you're promoting, it's boring. Guys, it's boring. I don't know how else to tell you. Like when I see people post on Facebook and they're talking about money and, look, you can make $600 from doing this. Let me flash more money. Or look at what I'm doing to make money. That's great. You know what? It doesn't matter what you're doing. You're not connecting with people and you're not providing them a feature. Or sorry, you're providing them with features about your company or your opportunity or your business. Provide them with benefits, right? Show them the benefit. But I'm telling you right now, the whole Facebook messaging and telling people like, oh, click this link and join here and this is what I'm doing to make money, or if you're not doing what I'm doing, if you're not doing what I'm doing, your life is going to suck. Okay, no offense. Oh, go ahead, Max.
No, I was just going to say it goes back to that whole thing you're talking about with the videos is that, if you market to everyone, you really market to no one, what you said on the previous video, Leo. And it's so crucial because if you think about it, flashing money or boasting about the $600 you make every month or anything like that, who are you really marketing to? Like, you're actually attracting that type of person, the person who's just, after that temporary $600 or that really trying to make a quick buck. You're not going to attract your leaders that are going to grow your business that way, guys. So it's so crucial to really attract a leader type of personality. But what Leo was saying is that there's a leader in you. You're following this business. You're in this right now because you're a leader. So really kind of intertwine that personality with your leadership and put out things that are important to you as a leader, as a person that's helping you grow, and this way you'll connect with people. But it doesn't matter which method you use, Facebook posts. For me, for example, I like doing like quotes that really help me get by daily, or books that help me get by daily. It doesn't matter what the method is, if it's a YouTube video, a blog, or a quote, or a book. Whatever you're sharing, make sure it's something that is important to you. It's helping you grow as a leader, but also as a person, guys. So it's really important that you start marketing to the type of people that you want to attract into your business, right? You want to start attracting guys who are just after the quick buck, the lottery type of mindset. and go ahead, flash that money. Flash that money. You'll get people who will join your business who will be like, why haven't I got this money that you kind of promised me in a way? And they won't pursue any further. So you really get what you put out, and it's so crucial that we are aware that we clean up our Facebook or the way we share to people, and make it to the standard of the type of people we are and the type of leaders we are. And that's what Leo was saying too, right, guys? You don't have to try to act like someone else. All you have to do is be the best you, and allow that for that to be the foundation, and then grow off that. Learn off that, express off that, but just have a good foundation of yourself, of yourself. Simple as that. Start with you. It's almost like Wake Up Now Finance, guys. Allows you to see what you've done, where you are now because of what you've done, and where you're gonna go. So that's the same idea. Now, just start with you, be acceptful of what you've done that's made you who you are now, but then start progressing with the same person that you are, and then sooner or later, which is crazy because now you're putting it out there, people can see your progress. That's the beautiful thing about sharing, because you start with yourself, but you start using these different methods of putting stuff out there like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all these great methods of sharing. But people will be like, wow, look at this guy. Look at it, look at how his ideals, the way he talks, the way his vocabulary, all those things have changed. What is he doing? Because I want to be that type of person who's always growing like that. Boom! You just got a leader interested. You piqued his interest without even piquing his interest, just by being you. That's how simple it is, guys, and it's so strong of a message, so important of a message that you be true to yourself. Because like Leo was saying, people can easily tell, and their interest will go out the window when they see you trying to force something. Lie to them, but most importantly, lie to yourself. Leo?
Awesome, buddy. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna ask everybody a question here. I don't know how many people are still on the chat, but I want you to type in the comment section on YouTube, if you're looking on YouTube. What do you think the most important thing? I'm gonna repeat this. What do you think the most important thing to work on in this business is? Okay, I want you guys to. I know there's a little bit of a delay here, but I want you guys to type a comment in and just answer what you think the most important thing to work on is daily. And this isn't just something you do once, but daily. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at the YouTube channel real quick, just to see if anybody's posted, so we can interact a little bit here. I'm just going to give it a quick second. Do 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 do.
You're gonna cue the elevator music?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, well, give it a few more seconds, and the first few questions will definitely. I mean, the first few answers to that question will definitely go through.
Yep, we'll see what people think the most important thing to work on is. So I'm just going to give the YouTube channel a quick refresh and just see what's going on. Oh, that's loud. Your why. That's what Robert said. It's very interesting. I like how he said that. But it's not where I'm going with this. Good try, Robert. I'm going to give another quick second. I saw somebody else on the chat there. Just going to see what they put, and then I'm going to answer. Max, I'm actually going to pose a question to you. I know you're probably going to be able to answer this one. I'm putting you on the spot right now. I'm putting you on the spot, but I got faith in you. I got faith in you.
Bring it.
You're bringing it. Okay, I'm going to do one more quick refresh to see what's going on here. And I'm actually glad Robert... oh, look at that. Mickey D. My good friend Jason. Jason nailed it actually right on the head. Max, what do you think it is before I start?
The most important thing to work on every single day for your business?
For your business and everything that you do.
I would just say work on yourself. It's like eating food. Do you eat food like, oh, I'm hungry? I think I was hungry once, and you ate food once, and then that's it. No, it's not like that. You feed your mouth every single day, so it's so important to feed your mind every single day. It's so going back to you, Leo, I think that the most important thing for you to grow your business or grow anything in your life, it all starts with growing yourself.
Couldn't have said it better. Personal development is one of the most important things. Robert, you're close with your why. You have to understand what your why is, and we've talked a lot about, what your why is and why it's important. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. All right. When you start talking to other people about your why, you need to convey it in a way that is not only attractive to them, but you also need to convey it in a way that they're able to relate, right? So if you're sitting there and you're speaking about your why, and I'm not calling anybody out on this, I'm just saying just in general terms, like if you're speaking about your why or your story and you're not able to use the correct language, right? And I'm not saying you need to speak like me or you need to speak like Max or anybody else, right? But when you're trying to convey a point, especially through story or through metaphors, right? That's something that I'm going to get to in a little bit, but actually telling your why through stories and metaphors, it's important, right? Because people don't remember facts and details. People remember stories. People remember people, right? They remember the ideas of a metaphor that help them trigger to do something else. Now, personal development, this is the most important thing that you can work on. I cannot stress this enough. It is the most the most important thing you can work on, because here's the thing. I'm the type of person that literally I work on personal development all the time. I know Max does. Actually, I know Jason does as well. He's watching right now. But the reason why is because when you're listening to people, successful people, when you're listening to or reading books or ideas that influence you, right? The stuff that you do daily influences you. So if I'm around, a TV show where it's talking about 16 and pregnant, well, guess what? I'm not really expanding my vocabulary. I'm not really expanding myself, and I'm really just becoming brain dead. I'm sorry, I hate those types of shows. That's cool if you like it, but that's not me. The biggest thing about personal development is your speech patterns, the way you communicate with others, the way you talk about ideas. It begins to change, right? When you work on yourself harder than you work on your job, you actually start attracting the people that you want, because you're now becoming a different person. You're changing. You want to start adding value to people, and it's great. The only way you're going to start is by taking action. But the thing is about personal development, as you produce and you read and you watch videos and you listen to audio, you start picking up on things subconsciously. But I'm going to repeat that. You pick up on things subconsciously, so when you're speaking to other people, your speech patterns start to change. You might not swear as much anymore. I mean, I used to have a big problem with that, especially coming, from a construction background where I'm working with people that if they don't say the F-bomb or they're dropping some sort of swear every other word, they don't know how to communicate. They literally shut down. And I'm not saying, I'm not making or saying that they're any less of a person, but when you're trying to attract people and you're trying to lead a team, if you're not working on yourself, how do you expect to do that? Okay, well, I'm going to say that one more time. If you're trying to lead people and be the leader that you're claiming to be and attract people into whatever opportunity that you're doing, if you're not working on yourself, how do you expect to manage and lead people? Okay, it's very important. It's very important.
And like you were saying, Leo, really when you start building on yourself, when you start investing in yourself, when you start working on yourself, money, your business growth, the people, like-minded people, they're almost a byproduct. Like it's almost like they're attracted to you. Like you don't even have to try, but you start working on yourself, you start bettering yourself, becoming the person you want to be by doing like these daily tasks or this consistent conscious effort. All these things will just start coming to you. Jim Rohn said it, right? Success is attracted to you by the person you become. And really, guys, it's so important because Leo even said it. If you guys were listening really carefully, he said subconsciously, because there's a huge part of us, like when we go doing day-to-day things. We don't have the beautiful thing about our brains is, I don't know what the exact percentage is, but I know it's a very low conscious percentage of our brains actually working on day-to-day stuff, because our unconscious, or it has become second nature. It's so crucial, guys, because it's become second nature. And how does something go from a conscious activity to becoming second nature? And the only way, the bridge, is consistency. So if you do something often enough, that if you do something at a conscious level often enough, it will go into the subconscious. So it'll become second nature. So you won't even have to think about how to talk or think about what vocabulary, because you're listening. Your brain is getting nourished on a conscious, consistent level by these great audios, these great words, these great books, these great leaders, these great like-minded people all the time, consciously, consciously, consciously. And then you get to a point where subconsciously you're presenting your unique personality with in the most right platform that's built by all these great words, these great ideals, this great passion of yours. So guys, it's so important to put in that conscious, consistent effort. It's like tying a shoe, right? We keep practicing to tie a shoe, and then it becomes second nature. Or you know that whole like sometimes you're driving home or sometimes you're getting home and you're like, whoa, I'm home already. Like, how did I get home? Because it's second nature. And if you can grow yourself, that the best you is second nature, the best you is autopilot, success is yours, guys. It's simple as that. Leo and I are working towards that. We're not talking here condescending, looking down at you guys. We are putting in that conscious effort. We are putting in that conscious growth. And we will get to a point where it's almost like a mastery of it. Mastery of nothing else but ourselves. So, I don't know if you have anything more to add about that, Leo.
No, no, I like the flow that we kind of have right now. How we're kind of going back and forth. How we add ideas to each other rather than the same old, right? Where you talk and then I talk and then you talk and then I talk.
Right.
You know what I mean? Then we kind of end things. I like the interaction, guys. The more questions that you can ask on these, the more people that we get on. We're going to start dropping more how-tos instead of just ideas. I'm going to kind of touch on a little bit with Robert with the why. Like your why in specific. Because I've talked about it a lot, and so has Max, and I think it's completely important. But your why and your story are two similar things, but the reason why I've been saying that they're so important is when you are trying to attract somebody to Wake Up Now or to your business or whatever you're trying to do, you need to understand that the power of stories and metaphors is basically what's going to help them cross that bridge. Eric Worre talks about the feel, felt, found. A lot of other people do too. Connecting empathy with some of your prospects. Now, here's the thing. Like, I'm going to give you an example, right? Everybody's heard, if you've been on this call like more than once or talked to me more than one time about just what we're doing here, right? Like how I attract people. I talk about like this Ultra Beast race, this race where I was climbing a mountain. I've talked about it on here, but I want you guys to understand that that is something that I use on a day-to-day basis when I'm talking to people and I'm attracting them into my business. I relate stories and metaphors, how I help my prospect cross the bridge into becoming a platinum member. So me, I'm a little bit different. When I first got introduced to this by Max, actually I called him up and I was like, Max, what are you doing here? Right? Just because I had heard things through the grapevines, and I was like, I want to know a little bit more about it. I was the type of person that I was just like, and I decided. Not everybody decides real quick like I did, but when I try and help people cross that bridge, I tell them about a time where I was running this race, and I was on my back, and I felt the whole world sitting there and waiting, just weighing on me. At the end of the story, I tell them how, I decided to act, how I decided to get up, to not give up, and that I was going to chase after my dreams as if my life depended on it, right? That no matter what, from this day forward, I wasn't going to quit. So when I start telling stuff like that and I start getting excited and I start telling people when I got first introduced, right, you relate it back to your Wake Up Now experience, right? You relate it back to your prospect. You tell them about a time where you were faced with a hard decision, and then you relate it back, all right? You relate it back to how you got started in Wake Up Now, So I'll give you an example. I sat there on one Saturday. Max was introducing it to me. He gave me all the benefits. I was super excited about it, but I was scared. I was scared like the time when I was on the mountain and I was on my back and I didn't know how I was going to do it or how I was going to make it happen. I just knew that I was going to get up. I just knew that I was going to make it work no matter what. So when I was sitting there and I was deciding to become a platinum member, I took one look at it. I said, I can make this work. I can do this. Other people have done it. I can do it. I'm going to get up like I did on the time on that mountain, and I'm not going to quit, and I'm going to make it happen. So you tell your story however you want to tell it, but that's something that's personal to me. And I help people. It's not like I'm telling them, hey, you need to go do this. You know what I mean? I'm helping them cross the bridge from where I was to where I am now and where they can be. I feel the same fear. I feel the same doubt. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if my friends are going to like me talking to them about it. I don't know anything about network marketing, but I know this one thing. I know this one thing about me, that I'm not going to quit, that other people can do it, I can do it, and it's possible. Do you see how that's a little bit different from you trying to talk to somebody and go, look at all these great features. You can save money. You can go on vacations. You can do this. You can do that. They don't care. At the end of the day, they don't care, because that's that's features of a company. It doesn't do anything for them,
Yeah,
right?
because people join people. And they're like, that is such a strong message, Leo. Like, you were giving tidbits of your story, but like the whole feeling, the whole atmosphere, like I had chills down my spine, man. That is that is strong. And that's exactly why you're connecting with people, guys. But the most beautiful thing is that you yourself has a story. You yourself, you have a story. You can connect with people just like how Leo just showed an example of. But all you have to do is really find something that's really important to you and start expressing it. Find who you are currently and start expressing it, and then building off that. It's so crucial, guys, because going back to it, people join people, and there are so many leaders out there that are just looking for a different way, that are just looking for another belief, something that they can be like, you know what, I can do this, or the belief is there. And if you are the bridge, if you are the bridge of belief that I like to call, if you're the bridge of belief to them, they will be the most loyal leaders to you. Not just because of the business side, they'll be the most loyal leaders to you because they're your friends. And guys, that's so huge. There's no, that whole sign up game, getting them into business, getting them platinum, getting them this, like they're just another number. I'm telling you, that will give you a lot of success for a short period of time. But I'm telling you, and Eric Worre talks about this. All the great business network marketing professionals talk about it. That yeah, you will accumulate a lot of numbers and a lot of success if you just think of it like numbers games. But it will go downhill from there because you did not build relationships. You did not build a network. All you built were numbers. So it's so crucial, guys, to really connect with your inner leader, start expressing your inner leader, and you will find leaders just like you, leaders just right for you.
Awesome. That's awesome, Max.
Yeah, man, you started it off like that story was so huge because I'm sure, like, when you talk to people about stuff like that, they can, that analogy, that metaphor, they can connect to that, because all, like, so many hidden leaders, so many ninja leaders that I like to call them, that are just kind of that are waiting to kind of explode. They just need they really want to just link up with someone that has the guts to, that's really what we're doing here, right? We have guts to follow our hearts, follow our dreams. But a lot of these traditional people, when I say traditional, I mean like people working jobs and not knowing or not being in network marketing. All these people are kind of looking for something, and also really looking for someone that they can just link arms with, and just go for it. Forget about it, accept everything, but then go for their dreams, really full force. And that's the most beautiful thing when you start putting your story out there, when you start putting yourself out there, and you start showing people the possibility that it is possible, that look, I'm doing it, I'm living and breathing it, this is going to happen for me, I'm here when you're ready. And that's, there's nothing that can beat that. There's nothing that can beat that type of network.
Yep. Yep. Okay, so I love it when you get fired up after anything, just because you yeah, just great, just great. Okay, so a few more quick things. Some of the things that I'm going to be talking about in the weeks to come. Just this is just more along the lines of video, but social proof. Right, guys? Social proof is a big one. What Max and I are doing right now, this is social proof for our downlines, for our prospects that I'm not the only person doing it. I have Max connected in, and then when we have people joining, joining every week, they see that too. They see people interacting, and that's important, right? That's important because people need social proof, right? I want you guys to realize something too. Like, here's a question: do you see Max and I posting on Facebook about join this opportunity, take a look at my blah blah blah, you can make $600 from this, I sponsored in 8 people in the last, like, I think it's like 4 days now, right? Max is literally going off, and now we have this great opportunity coming up on Thursday where we're actually all going to be able to connect, but like, we're not doing those things because they don't work. They're quick-term results that don't last long-term. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Those are quick-term results that don't last long-term, right? If you look at the people that have done it before, that have flashed money, or that have flashed, like, you can make $600 this and you can do this, you're projecting a broken vision. Okay? You're projecting a broken vision. You as a leader have a responsibility to your team. You know what? I'm going to say this again. You as a leader have a responsibility to your team to make your vision big enough that other people can follow it. And you need to break it down so simply, okay? So simply, or simplified, or whatever. You need to simplify it so much that even a child could understand it. Like, what is your vision? What is your goal for your team? Right? Are you trying to make a bunch of millionaires? Right? Are you trying to just get everybody time free and you want to see everybody on a beach somewhere? Whatever your vision is, it has to be big enough for your team to be able to latch onto it too, and it has to be consistent. I can't stress this enough. It has to be consistent. Every single time you change your vision, let's think about some. I'm going to go off the military just because I don't know. I'm a bit of a nut with the Spartan race, right? Like, I like that kind of stuff, and I like teamwork. Here's the thing, right? Say you were storming the beaches of Normandy, right? You're sitting there and you're storming the beaches, and everybody's coming in on the boat, right? Everybody's coming in on the boat. Everybody doesn't know what to do, and you as the captain, you're saying, all right, guys, one group is going to the left, one group is going to the right, the rest of us are going up the middle. That's how we're gonna succeed. Right? If that's what I say to my team, they know, they have that plan in their head that, okay, this group's going to the right, this group's going to the left, and we're going straight up the middle. Right? Now, that was the plan. We're coming in on the boats, we make it to the beach, and then I freak out and I go, actually, you know what, guys? All of us are going to go to the right. Everybody's now panicking because something's different. Like, everything's different now. They don't know what to do. So not everybody's going to be able to follow that. They're going to question your leadership. They're going to question your decisions. They're like, if you're constantly changing what you're trying to do, they're not going to be able to follow it. So one of the things that I tell my downline, and I tell my guys, this is what we're going to do. And it never deviates, ever. I'm going to repeat that. It does not deviate. It stays the same. Guys, this is what we're going to do. We're going to focus on getting 2 people a day, and we're going to follow the 8 core commitments. We're going to listen to audio, we're going to blog, and we're going to do the things every single day to help us attract 2 people. Now, regardless if they can do that, if they can do the 2 people a day, that's fine if they can't do that. But if they see me applying what I'm saying day in and day out, and then eventually it starts happening, because what I focus on is what's going to happen, right? If I deviate and I try and move and shift my goal back and forth, I'm never going to get there. I'm never going to get there. So if I keep a same vision every single day, and my team and my downline at first, maybe they're not able to do what I do, and that's fine. But guess what? They're going to see me doing the same steps every single day, and it's never going to deviate. They can attach on to that. They can attach on to me as a leader, because they're going, wow, like, he is literally putting into practice what he said, and he's succeeding. He's making it happen. So if he's doing that, I want the same success that Leo's getting, so I need to do the things that he's doing. And I make it simple. Focus on getting 2 people a day and follow the 8 core steps. Simple. For the people in my team, they know exactly what that means. For some of you guys, you know exactly what that means because you've been on some of these other webinars, right? But make it clear, make it consistent, right? I posted a Facebook message the other day, right? If you're going to master anything, master consistency. Right? I'm going to say that one more time. If you're going to master anything, master consistency, because the things that you do daily are going to make, or that's how you're going to act, that's how you're going to grow as a person, and that's how you're going to attract the people that you want to attract. Once again, guys, don't fake anything. I'm able to talk like this, whether it be weird, whether it's whatever, but I've worked on this every single day, and I continue to get better. These are the things that I apply and that I practice and that I do. That way I'm able to speak about it freely. You know, I don't even think about it. Jason said it's pretty good. There's unconscious competence, you know? Like, I'm doing this unconsciously just because I've surrounded myself with things I don't really have to think and go and ah and what am I doing? I'm just speaking because these are the actions that I'm living day to day. Now, it comes with time and it comes with practice, but that's the thing. If you're going to master something, master consistency. Be consistent in your day-to-day life.
And that's the beautiful thing, guys, right? It's not homework. It's not some tedious work that you have to be like, oh, come on, do I have to? Like, it's not important to me. Guys, this is you. This is yourself. Forget about working for anyone else. Forget about doing something for anyone else. This is building yourself. What are your excuses now? What's holding you back from yourself? It's very important, guys, very important. Find those things that are holding you back, connect with yourself, and build off that. Express it in any way you want, but build off yourself, guys, because it's all you. And with that being said, guys, we're almost at the hour, which is crazy, but in a good way. I think we're at the 45-minute mark right now, but which is really good because, you know, it just shows that Leo and I have so much to share with you guys, especially when we get a little interaction going with you guys with the questions and answers, or just a rhetorical question just to kind of help you guys and interact with us. It's so huge that it's growing to this, and I'm very excited for the future. Next week's episode, we'll probably build up a lot of questions. We'll probably do a whole question and answer episode where we can really connect with you guys and interact with you guys. Doesn't matter if you're in Global Prosperity, doesn't matter if you're in 3D Empire, doesn't matter if you're in Wake Up Now Canada, Wake Up Now International, or any network marketing business. We're going to just be we're going to be taking questions from everywhere, compiling them all, and then answering them on next Tuesday's episode. So with that being said, thank you so much for joining us, guys. Thank you so much. You know, it means a lot to us. It means a lot to Global Prosperity as a group. It means a lot to the 3D Empire. But most importantly, it means a lot to you. Think about what I said. You being here, it means a lot to you. Remember, we were saying we're growing ourselves. We're building off of who we are. But you're here right now. You're here. You're putting in that conscious, consistent effort that we've been talking about. That has been the backbone of this whole training call. That conscious, consistent effort. So thank you so much for putting in that conscious, consistent effort. You know, it means a lot to us. You know, Leo and I will definitely want to give a huge thank you to you guys for being here. So we'll catch you guys next week, and we'll see you at the top, guys. Thank you so much for being here. See ya.